Kanye West girlfriend Julia Fox admits Kim Kardashian comparisons are unfortunate and a ploy to cause controversy. Women are just always being pitted against each other.
I heard she deleted all the pictures of her and Kanye off her Instagram. People thought they broke up.
Julia Fox?
Yeah.
Okay, it says, Julia Fox admitted being compared to her boyfriend's estranged wife, Kim Kardashian, is unfortunate. During an interview with her Call Her Daddy on the Call Her Daddy podcast this week, the 32-year-old Uncut Gem star noted that there were a few similarities in their clothing choices, thanks to her beau Kanye West, but only had praise for the Keeping Up with the Kardashian star. So she's like trying to keep it neutral here. Mm-hmm. I do think it's weird because I don't see a lot of resemblance between them. Fashion-wise, I do, but Kim is also just
like
a fashion
trendy.
Yeah,
so.
That could be a coincidence, right? Yeah. So it says Julia, who shares her 1-year-old son with ex Peter Artemiev, also said there was no competition between her and Kim, and she doesn't want to be responsible for putting a wedge between her boyfriend and his family. Like, she's in like the hardest position ever here because Kanye clearly is like still pining for Kim. Yeah. And like the most obvious, like he's not trying hard to be subtle about it. Mm-hmm. Obviously, there's 10 years of history that they have prior, and I don't want to ever step out of line and speak on something that I have no place speaking on, she said. Fox has certainly taken a cue from Kanye's styling and has been seen in ensembles strikingly similar to Kim's. Like you said, Kim just wears a lot of very fashionable clothing.
Yeah. I mean, Kim and Kanye are both like integral to trends in fashion right now. Like,
yes.
That's, I guess, noticeable, but also it'd be like, did you notice that Kylie is wearing stuff that's similar to Kim? Like, yeah they all wear the same style.
Yeah, they're like, secretly all clones.
Well, this to me just tells me that they're both going to a Matrix cosplay.
Yeah, or like they're both just shopping at, trendy stores and wearing trendy style. Like,
look at that. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, that's a ridiculous outfit.
Yeah, that's a pass for me.
It's a hard pass for me. If anything, I feel like that there's kind of it says, if anything, I feel like that's kind of what that shows, but obviously people want to run with nastier narrative and make people feel bad. They're talking about the part up here where she says, if anything, I feel like the conversation should be, wow, it's amazing to see how heavily influenced Kim was by Kanye, she said. So she says, like, so she was.
Which Kim has talked about in the past, too.
What's funny about this is like, this is always described as like as like a bad thing in feminist media, where like women feel influenced by, like, they start to change how they look, how they dress, because the man subtly hints to them that they should look different, wear your hair differently, dye your hair differently, dress differently. And that's a bad thing.
Mm-hmm. Look, basically, I think if you find something, like, you shouldn't dress for men. You should dress however you want to dress.
For yourself.
Dress yourself, your style, whatever. But if you meet someone and they're important to you and you have, like, especially if they're like your husband or your long-term, like, yeah, I think there's no shame in valuing their opinion. Like,
also, you're kind of old if you're still wearing hot pants.
Yeah.
Like, because, like, some of them, it's, like, kind of big critiques, like, because, like, you're now a wife, now also, you have, like, kids.
Look, let's be real. Some things that women are like, that's a great outfit. Like, it is reasonable for, like, there are men who'd be like, why are you wearing that?
Yeah, exactly.
Have you ever seen the meme that says, it's like, no man ever looked at a woman and said, she'd be hotter if her eyelashes were longer?
Yeah, like, like, you guys don't understand. We do this to each other and for ourselves, none for you. Yeah. But, and also, like, I don't know, like, one of the things I've read a couple times is that Kanye's influence, and he is really interested in design and fashion, brought Kim Kardashian into the fashion realm in a way that she wasn't before. She was, people who were interested in her and she was stylish, but his influence really made her sort of a tastemaker, so
blossom
to speak.
In a way.
Yeah,
like she found herself.
There was defined style as opposed to responding, wearing stuff that was sort of trendy.
She found herself there.
Mm-hmm. And I think
she's a trendsetter too, because like certain things, and I like smacked myself.
Well, I was gonna say, like, I think, sorry,
no, you're good.
I think that in some ways, like, that is a sign of a good partnership, right? You want someone who helps you grow within your own identity, not because they make you, but because they encourage the best parts of you.
Yep.
I have a lot, for Julia Fox, like, she is actually in a very similar position where she has a child with someone else. So, like, I'm sure it's easier for her to imagine, like, how would I want my son's father's girlfriend to be? And it'd be like, I don't want her involved in this at all.
Yeah.
But I think the comparison that they, like, look the same is, like, kind of generic. And it's like the media is looking for a fight.
Well, one of the outfits is kind of unfortunate because Kim did dress a little bit better, but whatever.
I think Kim is. This is my personal opinion. I still. Are they in the same age? Are they? Are they?
I can search it.
Is Julia Fox? I'm assuming Julia Fox is a little bit younger than
Maybe
Kim.
I have no idea. I think they're probably similar ages.
I think Kim is.
I mean, Kim's like what, 40, and like.
Yeah. I think like Julia Fox doesn't pull off Kim's look as well as Kim pulls off her look. I'm guessing like if I found old pictures of Julia Fox before her style changed, she probably fits that style better, and it accentuates what's her. And I'm not trying to be sexist or in any way rude. I'm just saying like you have a certain look. Everybody finds a style that feels works for them.
Yeah, I mean it's the hard
and
thing
confidence grows from
Actually,
that.
Julia Fox is younger than Kim Kardashian.
Well, yeah,
by how much?
She's 32. Kim is 41.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're like 9 years apart.
Yeah.
I think part of it is like not all trends are meant for all body types
Exactly.
or styles, and that's like just the reality of it. You have to try and develop your style outside of that.
Exactly.
When I see this picture up here, her skin tone, and pardon me as somebody who's not a fashion that outfit, the all black, fits her skin tone better than it fits her skin tone.
Well, that's a bad picture.
That's a horrible picture. But even that one, like, it's
no offense, like a lot of photos that they take of Julia Fox is really bad angles.
You think they're like, but like there she looks really good because it's like a professionally done photo.
Yeah.
But it's like I that's personal preference and all.
No, but even the ones at like where they're at a movie premiere or like a gala, it's all bad angles for Julia Fox.
Kim's paying the media to like get.
Well, I think the media doesn't love Kanye. Like they love him, but also they would be happy if
they
it
love
fell
the
apart.
money. They love the money he brings them.
Right. They'd be happy if something bad happened to him, I think. And with Kim, they want to keep her because again she has a cultural significance. It's like easy money. You report about Kim Kardashian, you can print it. I think it's interesting that Julia Fox is speaking out at all. I mean, I guess she must really feel the pressure to respond.
Yeah, she must.
Anyways.
But it says right here, it says Julia Fox on Kanye. No worries about him pining for Kim. He's with me now. Oh. This is from the 9th. It's from yesterday.
I mean, that makes sense, though, right? Although, okay, I'm just going to say it. Like, I would love for Kim and Kanye to get back together. I'm not crazy about either one, but there's something about it. I'm like, can't you guys just work it out?
I just want their kids to have a normal.
Also, like, I feel
life.
like it would be like a cool story for both of them.
Maybe it's not even Kanye in that mask. Maybe it's somebody. Maybe it's like a stand. How do we know that's even him? It says Julia Fox.
Maybe it's a clone.
Julia Fox sounds pretty damn confident about her relationship with Kanye West because she's at least saying that she isn't concerned about him trying to get back with Kim Kardashian. Julia was on the Call Her Daddy podcast and opened up about the past run-ins with the law, sexual fantasies, and of course, yay. Yes.
What?
It says,
How
I'm
did
sure
they meet? Also, I don't think it's yay. I think it's yee.
I always say yay.
It's Kanye.
No, it's yay.
It's pronounced yay. We had a debate with Dane, and I was proven wrong.
We thought it was yee because of Yeezy, but it's yay because it's the Y-E at the end of Kanye.
Yeah, he likes to.
I feel like he refers to himself as. Anyway,
he likes trolling people.
I have to tell you, I could not care less.
When asked if they have labels, Fox replied, I call him my boyfriend, and he calls me his girlfriend. She even had a response for those that doubt their relationship. Time will tell, you'll just see. Julia was also asked about her okay, we don't need to watch the rest of that. That was the weird stuff about her porn preferences. I don't care about that. I just think it's like, I feel like she's like caught in this weird middle ground because she's not the same level of celebrity as they are. And she kind of gets pushed to the side as like the focus, like they're the focus and she's the kind of...
I mean, I did not know who this person was.
Neither
I'm still not really clear where she came from. But like, that's why I kind of said it was interesting that she's like, I'm just going to stay out of it, which I believe. But also, I am going to give you interviews and try and talk about other things because this is a moment that my brand is gaining momentum.
We talked about that. Like, it's like, she's like, I'm not doing it for clout. I'm like,
you talked about it. Why are you bringing it up today?
A little bit of clout in some way. So I have one more story I want to talk about for my new favorite segment, which is who the hell asked for this? Who the hell asked for a live action Gumby movie? I'm serious. I want to know what studio executive was in there in their big studio. They've got their lines of cocaine. They're all doing their drugs. They're talking about all the money they're making on the stock market and crypto. And they're like, what project should we approve? And the Fox executive's like, you know what? Gumby.
Yeah.
I feel like this is similar to Snoop Dogg buying Death Row Records. It's like, you know what I really liked as a kid? Gumby. And now that I'm in a position of power, it's mine.
I hope that's what it is. Like,
I would love it.
They go to the office of the guy in head of acquisitions, and it's just Gumby merch, top to bottom.
He's like, look, it was my favorite thing, and like, I want it back, and I don't care what the rest of you want.
I don't care if it costs my stock, the stockholders and the stakeholders, everything. We're getting Gumby.
What's a live action Gumby like?
I don't know. The thing, like that picture there. I hope it's better than that. It says
that's like classic Gumby. Like part of Gumby is like the style, right?
Yeah. So it says Disney may have bought up 20th Century Fox and all the various intellectual properties that came with it, specifically the X-Men and the Simpsons, but the surviving Fox Entertainment Company isn't just going to sit back and not acquire some intellectual properties of its own to fill the hole. To fill that hole. I think they mean HOLE. To that end, Fox has just picked up the rights to one of the biggest pop culture icons in the world, sort of, maybe. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and say right here. Marvel and Star Wars, as much as we may rag on Star Wars, are not considered the same league as Gumby.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not a Star Wars fan, but I'm not a detractor. Like I just didn't really get into it.
Exactly.
But like I totally recognize it has cultural relevance. I do think Gumby is like I think this purchase might be strategic because there was a whole generation that did grow up on Gumby and did really, like, it was well known and it was international. And so buying Gumby now might be enough to revive it, especially since those Gen Zers are so into, like, the early 2000s and the 90s.
Then I have a question. Do you guys know what the hell Gumby is about?
Isn't it
like a cartoon guy who walks around? Right?
Make it raunchy comedy. Make it an adult comedy where Gumby is just a weird... where it's like a weird adult comedy. That's the only way this works.
No, I don't really like animated
I never
adult
got
comedy.
into Gumby, but basically it's just claymation and like he does whatever. He's like the Newt little penguin. That's the meme where it's like Newt then Snoot.
So I get
it's just dumb.
Then just make it animated for the kids. If
or really invest in claymation, which would be cool. Like,
okay,
can you imagine if you had an elaborate claymation, like several episode series?
I'm down.
Like, I'd be super down.
They try to make an adult claymation, but we shall not.
The show that we know shall not talk.
We shall never talk about because it legit gave me an aneurysm.
Okay,
I guess it's kind of interesting. Like we're talking about it. Like there are a lot of ways to take this. Like maybe we didn't ask for it, but maybe we need it.
No, we don't.
Oh, I have a huge problem with creatives who are like, we're going to give you the thing that you didn't know you need. No, make the thing that people want.
But what if this is the thing that they're like, I don't care if people want it. I feel passionately about it. And it's going to come out good. Like I think there is a space for something that it isn't like, we'll just give them exactly what they want or like what we think they should have. It's just like, I have a passion. Like this is what I want to pursue.
So it's that goes to like the subverting expectations thing where these people think like they're gods and they're like, I'm going to make something so good you're not even going to realize you wanted it until I made it.
I don't think it has to be. I disagree. I don't think it has to be like a god complex. I think it could be like, I think I could turn this into something cool, and I think people will enjoy it when they see it. Like, I don't think you have to be like holier than thou to not want to have to make exactly what everyone else is producing.
I'm referring to different group, more in the comics realm where the people are a lot less that's a whole nother topic for another day. So it says we're talking about Gumby, who's always had somewhat of a surprising level of cultural relevance, possibly thanks to Eddie Murphy's parody on Saturday Night Live in the 80s. And now Fox is hoping to make the cultural relevance less surprising and more inescapable. That's because after acquiring the rights to Gumby from the estate of Joseph Clockey, the son of the original creator, Art Clockey, Fox has announced it's planning a whole suite of Gumby-related projects ranging from the obvious to the confusing to the dumb and exploitative. I'm telling you, man. Live-action creepy Gumby. Just make him like remember like the video The Creep from Lonely Island? Do that, but with Gumby.
Oh my goodness. Weird. And like you have a female Gumby. No, you make the donkey into basically a female and it's like super creepy.
Help me, Step Gumby.
Oh no. Oh no.
First, the obvious press release announcing the acquisition specifically mentions a new animated series, which seems like the most straightforward thing to do with Gumby. I think that makes perfect sense. He's a little claymation guy. He should be animated in some way. We don't know much more beyond that, but the press release repeatedly mentioned Bento Box, the Fox-owned studio that co-produces Bob's Burgers and The Great North, among many other things. And then it says, next confusing, the press release also mentions live action original content. What does that mean? Who knows? Maybe some kind of modern reboot of the Eddie Murphy Gumby? Okay, I could be down for that. Bring Eddie Murphy Saturday Night Live. Yes, do that. A show where Gumby is made of clay, but he lives in a world of live action people. The latter seems right up Fox's alley. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. And then finally, the dumb and exploitative. Fox is planning to do some kind of Gumby NFT thing. Exploitative, I don't know. It's your money. It's your responsibility to hold on to your own money. If you want to buy a dumb and Gumby NFT, go with God, my friend. Mm-hmm. Fox is planning to do some kind of Gumby NFT thing, which seems more like an attempt to cash in on a very popular scam than a play on blockchain blockheads, which is what it should be. If NFTs weren't so stupid, it would be fun to make jokes about the blockheads being on the blockchain, but no. Not even the aforementioned press release makes that leap. Maybe because the blockheads are bad guys, and it's kind of important that the blockchain, that people don't realize it's bad. Okay, that's them editorializing about blockchain, which when I get my info on tech issues, the first thing I do is go to like pop culture news sites. That's where I go through for my tech info.
Did they say, I might have missed it, how much they paid to purchase the rights of this?
It doesn't say up here. I wish it gave us Miracle. Can you look it up?
What?
How much did Fox pay for the rights for Gumby? I'm gonna look.
I'd be curious.
How much?
Just because, like, you know, we mentioned Bill Watterson earlier, and like some of these iconic cartoons, especially claymation, that take a lot of work or individual creativity. Like, I don't know what would be the price point for that.
That's a very good question. And they always have these bloated numbers because of how these acquisitions work with these investment firms.
How much does it cost, sir?
It doesn't say.
They may not have released it. I'd just be curious.
Maybe we come back and do a follow-up, a Gumby follow-up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it could be good.
So you think they could? You see, you have a little bit more faith in Gumby than me.
Yeah, I'm not like as angry about it maybe as you are.
I'm not angry. I just think it's hilarious.
There are things that I would not want them to do with this. But generally, like we've talked about it before. I'm so tired of like recycling old content that I have slight optimism that like if they're gonna keep doing this might be a cool thing that has a lot of opportunities to have interesting artistic take. But again, my preference is normally that they create something new rather than just recycling something old. So I'm kind of neutral on this. There's pros and cons, but I don't think that you're right. No one really asked for this.
Then by God, I want a Spice Girls 2. A Spice World 2, the Spice Girls
movie.
No,
See, can't we just do new things? Like,
if
use our brains and produce new things?
If they get Gumby,
Spice Boys.
If they get Gumby,
no, that's just recycling something that's old. That's like the female Robin Hood. So I keep going.
If they get Gumby, I get Spice World 2.
But maybe no one gets any of this, and we just try new things.
Well, hear me out. Spice Boys, but they're called Spicy Boys,
and they're just a bunch of packets of hot sauce. It's all animated.
Exactly. That's how you get them.
What if you I'm going to trademark this idea. What if you started a YouTube channel called Spicy Boys and you just try spicy foods or spicy hot sauce?
I feel like that already
or spicy
exists.
chips.
It already exists. It's called Hot Ones.
No, but I like Spicy Boys better. That's fine.
There we go. That was that we can go. We're going to go lock down that trademark right now and start that YouTube channel.
Spicy Boys.
Yes.
Wait, can you hold your spice, Brett?
What?
I'm just asking.
Like, do you like spicy?
I'm not a huge spice. I don't like.
Brett already lost round 1.
Yeah, no, I don't think I would.
But that'd be funny. And then he's like the mild when they're like, here's buffalo sauce. And Brett's like, too much for me.
No, God.
I think this would be fun.
Maybe. No.
We should do that as a challenge. We should pitch this idea to Nick and see what happens. I actually bought, those that noodle where it's the other company. It has the chicken. It's called Pudak. And it's like Korean noodles that's extremely spicy. I bought their hot sauce.
I think I bought that one too. I bought, like, it comes in black packaging. It looks like ramen, but it is incredibly hot. Anyways.
Yeah. Well, that one's a different one, but the one that I think tastes better is like the Pudak one, where it has a cute little chicken mascot. It's not that spicy, but some people consider it spicy. But the black pack one, super good. Okay. When you want to burn somebody's
oh my gosh,
internals.
It was intense.
Oh, really? That's spicy to you?
I don't know if we're talking about
wow,
the
same
same
that was some shade that she threw at you.
No, I mean, I'll show it to you. I don't know if we're talking about the same thing. I just was like, oh, this seems spicy. I'll try it.
Thanks for watching this clip, guys. If you want to see full episodes or follow us on social media, links are in the description below. Bye.
Bye.